So if you guys don't know, there's a hardcore band called Gel who I have seen live. They were making some pretty good stuff, doing some pretty good waves, and they have broken up. Like, I actually got PTSD from seeing text note apps on people's stories at the moment from all the bands that are breaking up. But this has got to be one of the most insane ones I've seen. I don't know all the details, but we'll Mr. Dan Frampton here, the true slopper when it comes to music content, and see what's going on. Gel Goongate. Yes.
Today's drama is going to revolve around the Northeast hardcore band known as Gel. They're so long, the comments are always filled with, "I'm not reading all that," and other such sentiments expressing the fact that these statements put on your battle jackets and lock in.
Like, hardcore's supposed to be like a scene where everybody's so ethical, and you get the most insane like implosions. Well, at least now anyway, where it's like, what the fuck is even going on? The scene is so cooked. I mean, there are like local scenes are fine. I think it's just when people get a bit silly.
Gel is no longer a band, and therefore will not be playing any of our currently scheduled upcoming shows. The reason is pretty simple at its core.
I mean, they could have just replaced the guitarist. I don't understand. When you build a brand like that, especially with Gel, where the merchandise actually like was selling, I don't understand. I forgot what I was. Yeah, they could just replace the guitarist, because I don't understand. It can't be that hard to play these riffs. They have the
Webster
they're visually good, and they have a name.
Heinous acts in trying to forward himself in his music career that he's done irreparable damage.
See, I've read some of these acts. So I know some of the things he's done, and I don't understand how half of the shit is going to forward his music career in any way. He just seems like an absolute degenerate.
Damage to the band in the process. And it's affected us as human beings more than we can attempt to explain, to the point of being completely unable to be in the band anymore. Here are some examples of what he's done. He's stolen tens of thousands of dollars from us. And the best part is that he left it all on record for us to eventually find. He spent it on his own rent, personal food orders, and really whatever else he wanted to. But him, despite numerous attempts to gain access, because, you know, we're a band and we should all have access to those kinds of things. Oh yeah, he also spent it.
I don't know, some hardcore bands like have like proficient guitarists, but like some of them that meld with death metal a little bit, their riffs are pretty good, but I feel like Gel is probably quite easily replaceable.
Unbelievable number of OF purchases and mysterious.
Like, he was actually goon maxing, like full on.
Cash.
I don't like. Do you think Gel actually had that much money sitting in their bank account? They toured a lot and they sold merch. I mean, I saw them and the tickets were fuck all. So like, I don't understand. Maybe they are just like trust fund punks. I don't know.
App transactions, likely in the same lane.
He was grinding degeneracy
of the band members on Reddit for the world to see.
You see what? Because I don't understand. How did he get these rude images? Gel consists of like 2 guys and 2 girls. I don't know if there's any pronouns involved, but I assume like tour life gets a bit difficult. He was locked in on the goon, but like I assume they partake in, I suppose, escapades together because they're on tour. I don't understand how he would have gotten rude images. He just puts them on Reddit. I can understand being a scumbag to push forward like your music career or get more money or something like this, but he is just being a degenerate for literally no reason. What's the biggest question? Why weren't they more confrontational? Because he's like a big fat man. He's a big fat man. Let's get up the members of Gel up before, like, so we can just analyze how this was even able to happen. Gel members. I don't want to accidentally attribute it to the wrong person, but so these are the members, and it was one of the 2 at the top. I know that based on the build of the particular person. So these are the big motherfuckers. This dude ain't doing shit, and I don't know if these 2 will be able to do either. So maybe they're just being too polite as well. I don't know. I feel like if you get in a band with somebody, you must like them at some point, but I don't fucking know. I don't fucking know.
Yep. Just casually, for who knows what purpose. Let that one really sink in. He did that all the while in a band with us too, by the way. Luckily, he's truly terrible at covering his tracks, so we have the receipts.
I don't think he wanted his tracks to be covered. Maybe he's gonna have the biggest comeback
to prove that one too. He put us in physically dangerous situations numerous times. From talking shit on the band Twitter and getting our van window smashed in with a baseball bat to regularly
So like Dan Frampton has turned into a GTA NPC. I don't really know what's going on with his look at the moment, but I think he does like all the WWE shit. He's trying to like play a character. He needs a solo career. This could be the greatest piece of music marketing of all time. And also, what did he say on the Twitter to get somebody to smash their van in with a baseball bat? I've chatted utmost shit about quite a lot of people, and I would not expect anything like that to happen to me.
Driving erratically like a psychopath because he was upset for, again, who knows what reason. Oh yeah, he wouldn't let anyone else drive either, by the way, so we just had to deal with it. And throwing stuff at...
Again, it's just like, sometimes you just gotta tell a motherfucker. You gotta confront a motherfucker and just be like, you cannot keep doing this. I don't even understand.
He's a little fucking baby and can't handle himself like an adult. It was always the same with this guy. Absolute misery and inconsideration for anyone and everyone around him.
I mean, like a van's not only full of every band member, which is basically the like biggest financial asset for the tour, but then all the other most important financial assets, like all the equipment. Like, you know how easy it is to flip a van? I almost flipped my Hyundai i10, which is a little fucking like city car. I almost flipped that motherfucker when I was like 17. So a van full of, let's just say, porky individuals, or at least two porky individuals.
To impress, and would feign being a nice guy too. LOL. Now, I'm sure a lot of people are thinking, well, why didn't you just stop dealing with it? Why didn't you just leave? If you've ever been in an abusive relationship, emotionally and or physically, you'll probably understand this better.
I do. I should probably stop making jokes about this. It is just extremely funny.
Like that, but with your life's work and passion at the forefront as well.
Just replace the guitar. I don't know who wrote the songs in jail, to be honest. Maybe he wrote the songs, but because it usually is like a singular person that runs a hardcore band, and like it's just like touring musicians. Maybe that's the case.
It's so easy to just give up on something that you care so much about, especially with the pressures from outside organizations, people, etc. that are all counting on you in some way. We're fighters.
Yeah, the band was doing really well, so I think the guitarist wrote the songs. Okay, that would make sense then. I mean, I'm sure they'll find other bands. I fuck with the style Dan Frampton is going with. I mean, he's doing like the WWE thing. So he used to do it, like, but it wasn't obvious that he was playing a character, so I just thought he was a cunt. But
and we saw it through to the very end, until it simply couldn't go on anymore.
Lead guys often will overtake or just always have been responsible for music and writing, and the singer will just take the lyrics. Yeah, typically. But there are like a lot of hardcore bands where the lead singer is just like a solo lead singer on stage, but just like writes everything. There's like, I mean, Zulu was like that. He wrote the songs, at least the riffs. Must suck to play his music again and again. Yeah, I mean, at what point do you realize that this is like a problem? Like, for fuck's sake, Haktuia.
More, and we're proud of that. On that note, we'd like to send our most sincere and deepest apologies to anyone who this is affecting on a personal level and beyond. We know so many people are counting on us, including Spiritbox, Volbeat, our good friends in
Are they supporting Spiritbox at the moment? Because I know Stray from the Path were supporting Spiritbox. Oh, yeah. Yeah, they were doing a North American tour. Yeah, it was the European tour that had Stray from the Path. North American tour was Spiritbox, Loathe, Gel, and Dying Wish, which is a pretty good lineup, to be fair. I mean, -1. Of course, but
we're so sorry we have to end it this way, and we truly hope for the best for all of you. And thank you so much to the fans for always being there for us and showing us how much you care. Take care of each other and love your friends. Love, Gel. And the guitar player really seemed to be a control freak, taking control of that bank account, taking control.
It's more of like a control. He's just a freak, man. That's it. Just a freak. Obviously, he had some problems. Some problems.
Allocating band funds into OF content creators' accounts? That by itself is egregious enough of a
How do they have that much money?
And that's not even the tippy top of it. And being a manipulative control freak. And I like what they've done here.
You keep saving up for like recording albums and creating merch. Those costs add up. Yeah, I mean, it's expensive to be a touring band. Most, like, Scowl, most of the members at work, like, and they're more popular than Joe.
If anybody contests this, well, then the leaks can happen. So he's stealing from the band, he's using it to satisfy
becoming a daily streamer. I'm becoming
urges, and on top of
a
that,
multiple times
he's
per week
being
streamer.
angry,
Yes,
abusive,
I enjoyed it yesterday. It was fun.
Erratic and dangerous by putting their lives on the line while driving like an angry maniac on the road. All of those allegations are enough of a reason to kick this guy out of the band. All of this is reason enough to want to start fresh again. Now I understand the other
difficult
members of the
though.
band,
I mean, Gel's a good name. Scowl got tackled by money. They did.
And me just have the band that I like.
Who else got like?
He was accused of being a fake.
Didn't Zulu get like Adidas money?
He's angry around us. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. But when he's trying to clout chase,
yeah, for the soul. I mean, music is like, I'm very grateful to be able to even like make the small living I do off of music. Like,
has more than
I don't know what he's yapping about. I can't lie. It's so hard to focus on more things, like multiple things at once.
Couple screws loose up top. This guy is a deranged, depraved, freaky, weird
He is a
loser
freak. He is
will
freaky.
Steal from you
He's
and
freaky.
then exploit you. What an amazing guy. I feel terribly for the other people in this band. The ceiling for them was really so high.
Yeah,
luckily,
100%. They could have like really gone far. I think. Like their show, I saw them live. They were fun as fuck to see. Like, I spoke to, like, 3 of the members. I didn't speak to the offender, though. I wish I was able to pick his brain. And I saw them at a local venue, and Split Chain was supporting them, which is crazy. Like, Split Chain have got that fucking TikTok performance. Always very surprised to see Split Chain support, like, bands that are basically smaller than them. Skeevy rap behavior. Did anybody actually like the 2020s Beatdown Revival? I don't know. I feel like it gets old quick, but it is fun. It's fun to see live.
For them, they made a lot of good connections as their time as a band. They made.
I think like post-hardcore is just like the way to go. To be honest, like Title Fight can do no wrong. What time is it in the UK? It is 20 to 7.
Time as a band. This is going to be a brutal reshuffling of the cards, but I think that they could put the pieces back together again.
Yeah, they definitely can. Like. They have the image, like the guy who is no longer in the band was probably the least visually appealing. And I don't mean like attractiveness, I just mean like to like looks cool on stage, you know?
Band breaking up due to drama statements. This
is
the weirdest one. Well, the weirdest one.
I would have gone up to him and I said, "You look at me, young man. You stop that behavior right now."
This last year, where that guy tried to get one of his bandmates like addicted to estrogen,
Samantha Kaiser with the songwriter
or something.
I mean,
but this one here has extra layers of evil.
Yeah, that one was wild as well. The feeding the bandmate estrogen because he wanted to fuck his girlfriend.
Manipulation.
Like what is this scene, man? I don't understand. Like, I'm sure you guys are just waiting for heinous allegations about me.
Whereas that last one was a little bit more.
What's my opinion on sleep? Yeah, I listen to Don't Smoke It every 420. I don't smoke weed anymore though, but I still listen to Don't Smoke
warfare kind of way.
Every 420.
I have no idea what it is about the hardcore genre that seems to attract all the most broken, most drama-fueled individuals in the entire music culture. And if we
I think that's obvious. I mean, out of any scene, the most group-centered scene is hardcore. And it also encourages some like pretty wild behavior. Like the shows are so insane. Like it's for people who don't have a group. I mean, I've gone over this like so many times in my videos. It's for people who don't have a group. They'll go hard like to a hardcore show and they'll witness like behavior that's encouraged, like the moshing style that is like typically not normal. And then like if you start building an ego because you're in a band and you're getting celebrated by the people who like you used to look up to.
Based on the activities of the last
Relapse stream. No, I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna smoke any of that UK weed. It's pretty filthy. I had a dealer that used to sell me 3.5 for £10, and that was
month. Things are definitely not slowing down. Speaking of which,
what's good? My favorite mentally ill creature of the night. I'm doing well.
Through
doing
the
well.
most recent 20-page Zulu statement. Oh yeah, that's right. Anaya is
20
back with
20
another
pages.
Gigantic statement that I will be going through. So you're gonna want to subscribe to this channel in order to keep up with that situation. Make sure to click that bell and.
But yes, does anybody have any other recommendations on what I could watch whilst we just build up the queue?